Don't want you to leave. Keep saying I'm sorry. But I guess I'm repeating myself. You know I'm here when you need a shoulder. I can't see you in the arms of someone else. No, baby, I'm gonna miss your face. Such a pretty face, such a pretty face. I'm gonna miss your moods, yeah. I'm gonna miss making love to you. And even though you haven't gone yet, I'm already missing. I'm gonna miss your face. I'm gonna miss your moods. Yes, I am. I'm gonna miss making love to you. And even though you haven't gone yet, already missing you, already missing you. What's up, y'all? This is Ty, and that song is dedicated to Miss Nancy and Richard. I am here to review Season 5, Episode 10 of Tyler Perry's soap opera comedy drama, The Oval. Tonight's episode is titled Sound of Silence. But before I get into that, I gotta give a shout out to my lovely subscribers that hold me down in the comments section. Folks like Nadine Harris, Kalindra Antonelli, Feld Foster Dog Mom, Susan Stewart, Raindrop, Crystal Lett, the R.C. Kroger, Karima Khadija, and all the rest of you wonderful people that hold me down. I do appreciate y'all. I really, 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 really do. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Keep a brother in your prayers. You know, I'm asking you to keep me in your prayers. Good prayers, that is. Wish well wishes on me. Good things, good vibes. That's what we got to do. We got to give that energy and give that love to each other. So I'm asking you to do that. Keep me in your prayers. Keep me in your good thoughts. Good things, good things. Thank you. Amen. Amen. I got all that out the way. Let's get down to this review, shall we? Victoria over there groveling. She's scared now because Crazy Jason called her. So now she got to call Donald. And she's telling Donald that Jason called her. And Donald did say something really stupid. He said, did he tell you where he was at? And she's like, do I look stupid? And I thought that was a stupid question, too. And it was funny how he kind of hesitated. And he's like, no, you don't. She said, you're hesitating with that. So then he comes up with this idea. He says, listen, we'll just get your call log. So, hey, give me the call log, all the calls that was made to the First Lady today. And she starts smiling. She said, not all day. Just for the last hour. He's like, why the last hour, ho? Because he know that she's messing with the vice president. Why the last hour? She said, look, like I said, just tell them the last hour. So he tells them the last hour. Kyle comes in there saying he can get it done. But then he says, here's the problem. Sam is going to have access to those logs. And Sam is going to know what we're doing. And she says something like, Sam gets under my skin. And Donald made a remark. He said, yeah, that ain't the only thing he's been getting under. And she said, watch it. And she's like, listen, now, don't let me pull up. I know about you and Kyle, so don't play dumb. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. But I thought all of that was funny, their little banter. Meanwhile, nasty Miss Nancy wants to come up talking about she coming to the job. I don't know why she's coming to the job to try to make amends. What you did was foul, low down, and dirty. There's a lot of foul, low down, dirty people. I know one, but you know we ain't making this about me. But there's some foul, low down, dirty women out here, low down, evil. They're gonna get their day though. Don't try to get revenge. Just move on. They're gonna get their day. So anyway, I don't blame Richard. Don't want to be bothered with her, but she's saying she's coming up to the job. Meanwhile, while she's saying she's coming up to the job, Richard is talking to Priscilla, and Priscilla's like, listen, I done told her everything that you said, this, that, and the third. You need to speak to her, blah, blah, blah. Y'all need to just talk. No, this woman said she was sleeping with his daddy and didn't want to end the relationship with his father. I don't blame Richard for not wanting to speak to her. Anyway, as that's happening, Sam walks in, right? And Sam walks in, he's like, listen, I heard the president wants to speak to me. And Richard's like, yo, I don't think you should go in there. It's been a crazy day. And Priscilla's like, I think you should go in there. And she said, matter of fact, take your vest off. So now, Priscilla, you this mad at your husband that you want him to get shot up by the president? And Richard's like, are you crazy? You gonna get this man killed. So he now Priscilla, I was disappointed in that. Like, come on. But he goes in there, and this was comedy gold. Comedy gold. Sam goes in there, and the president's like, take this blanket. Put the blanket on. So he puts the blanket on him like that. And he said the same thing I was thinking. I said, why he got the blanket on him like James Brown when James Brown put the cape on? And the president was like, no, not like James Brown. Put it over your head. And he said, he put it over his head. And I thought it was the most ridiculous thing, but it did make me laugh. He said, now walk towards the door. He's like this. I can't see. I can't see. I can't see. I can't see. He's like, open the door, go out the door. Then he goes out in the hallway. Now turn back around and come back in. And he says, you know what? He looked at him and said, say boo. And say boo. I thought all that was really silly. But then he realized, he says, luckily you're a short man. You know, you like a black gnome and all. He got to say something stupid to him. He said, luckily you short. Because I guess he's like, that wasn't the guy that was in my room. So he wants to know who was in the room sleeping with his wife that he really don't care about. So that was interesting. And that was kind of funny to me. But he called dude a little gnome. That was funny. That was really funny. And what else happened in this episode? I think did Sam speak to, he did speak to Richard, and he was telling Richard that he has not seen Barry. We still don't know where Barry is, what's going on with Barry. We also still have not seen Barry's girlfriend. And, you know, I know y'all said last week, y'all said that she's in jail. I know she's in jail, but why won't they show Sharon? I want to see Sharon. Can we see Sharon in jail? Where's she at? I want them to show her. That's what I meant by that. Anyway, then you had another scene with Max and the Ragadushi member, and then now Bobby comes in there, and he's like, "Are you ready to talk now?" And the guy's like, "I'll talk to him. I don't want to talk to you." And he calls Max the white devil, and Max is getting all upset, and then he's like, "Are you on his side too?" That's what he says to Bobby. But then Bobby's like, to Bobby. And then Bobby's like, listen, let me handle this. So the guy does speak to Ragadushi member, does speak to Bobby and tells him, yeah, you know, I do recognize you because, you know, Bobby used to live out there in the woods somewhere that was near Ragadushi land. And so he says, yeah, he tells him, he says, listen, the boy did come there and we thought the Most High, the highest, let him go. Jason did come there because we didn't think it was the president's son because he's supposed to be dead. But then when I saw the Secret Service man there, I knew that was him. And he said, well, we let him go. He was on his bike. He was on his merrily way. And that was that. So I was like, okay, interesting. Very interesting stuff. Meanwhile, we got poor Kareem in jail and Lonzo making Kareem call his cousin to set his cousin up so that they could capture his cousin. I didn't like any of that. I really don't like Lonzo now. Lonzo's a real punk, and I don't like how they're doing Kareem. Not that I care for Kareem either. I don't like Kareem either, but still, I didn't like that scene. I couldn't stand that. That really pissed me off. Really totally pissed me off. I just didn't like that. And then we had this strange scene where it was Donald and Victoria again, and she calls Alan in, and she's taunting Alan about, did he go to his ex-girlfriend's funeral? And he said, no, I didn't want to see her like that. She said, did you love her? Were you sad? And he said, yes. He said, why? She was a whore. She was a whore that slept with everybody. What are you sad about? I thought that was cruel. So did Donald. He thought that was cruel too. Like, why are you doing that? What was the point of that? What was that whole taunting about? But that pissed Alan off. So now Alan calls those feds. Remember those feds that said that they wanted to work with him? He called them and he said, you know what? Let's take them down. I'm ready to take them down. So now that we're going to see what happens. And he said, but I'm going to send y'all over to my house. Dale is there, and Dale can give you this, whatever's in this box that's going to take the president down. I don't think they're taking anybody down. I don't think that's going to happen. So he calls Dale, and Dale is like, oh, you know, nervous. You know, I don't want to be involved in this. He's like, listen, it's too little too late. You're already involved. Be on the lookout when they come over. I know something crazy is going to happen with that. I just know something crazy is going to happen with that. Then we have my favorite, Nasty Nancy and Richard. and she's having this conversation with him. And like I said, Nancy, come on. When you took whatever that drug was, that's clearly a truth serum that the Ragadushis gave you. You said too much. This was raggedy. This was low down. Like I'm with Richard. This was low down. You don't went too far now. All this about the good loving you was getting from a daddy, and you ain't want to end the relationship. Now here you are talking about, yeah, you know it was bad and you sorry. And I'm with Richard. I'm tired of you and your sorries. You can keep your sorry. So she's like, well, Richard, I'm gonna make you dinner. Her answer is to make dinner for everything. I'm gonna make dinner. You know, I'm gonna make dinner. You know, that my nephew was really my son, but I'm gonna make dinner. Talking about picky. Come on. And she's like, well, I'm looking for Barry too. He told her, I'm not coming home anymore. It doesn't matter. He told her, I ain't coming home. She said, well, where you going? He said, to clear my head. Like, Nancy, go sit down. Go sit down. Go sit down. Listen, you got to let the man get some air. You got to let him breathe. He don't want to be bothered with you. And I get it. I get it. And then we have Kyle having a conversation with Sam confronting Kyle, rather, saying, what were you doing pulling records? Why? Oh, the first lady asked me to. And he said, what were you scrubbing records for? He said, oh, the chief of staff told. He said, the chief of staff that was sent home, him. So they had their little banter. Then we see Sam go into the room, tell those people go leave, and he's looking at something. And I guess he has a backdoor way to get into this thing and see what it was that what's name erased. And he said, oh, it's Jason. And as he says that, Donald walks in, and Donald says, do you have something for me? And that's where the episode ended. So it was a decent episode. Y'all tell me what you thought about it. I thought it was kind of decent. But I feel like they're dragging this a little bit. If we're going to do a takedown, let's get a takedown. I want a takedown. I want some more action because I'm getting annoyed now. I need somebody to make some more moves. So maybe next week will give us a little bit more moves. But it was a decent episode. I will say it was a decent episode. But I want some more. You know how I like it, y'all. I like the action. I like the action and the ridiculousness. I need more of that. But they did make me laugh. That whole thing, Sam like this, with the blanket on, I thought that was funny. I thought that was hilarious. But that's all I have right now. Y'all tell me your thoughts. Oh, and please check out my review. Tubi Tuesdays is back, y'all. Please check out my review of this Tubi movie called Please. Check it out. So anyway, that's all I have for now. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you all in the next video.